Good afternoon. Okay, not even one person said good afternoon, although I did get 2 hoots. I appreciate that. Let's try it again. Good afternoon, everyone. There we go. That's convocation energy. You should have heard the energy of the graduates in the other room. We got to match that energy. They're pretty excited. Are you excited to see them graduate? That's what I thought. I'm going to give you a little tip before we get started. Right after we start, the chancellor is going to come up and make a speech. And when she approaches the lectern, she's going to say good afternoon. And just like that, nobody ever says good afternoon back. So today, if you could just all go, good afternoon, she will love it. It'll be a nice surprise. Trust me, you'll enjoy the moment, okay? My name is Sean Fafaro, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Ontario Agricultural College Convocation ceremony this afternoon. Yeah, that's Aggie energy. Let's go. Before I tell you a bit about the ceremony itself, I just want to take a moment to help you identify the closest exit to you in the unlikely event we need to evacuate so you know where you're going. For those of our guests up in the bleachers, it is very simple. You would process back up to the track level and head out to this door, which will take you directly outside. Just get your brain to go head for daylight. That's the plan. For those of you on this half of the floor, your exit point is in the back room, in the back corner of the room. There is a door there. You head through that door. In the back of the hallway, there is a staircase that takes you directly outside, right beside this door, okay? For those of you on this side, if you need to evacuate, 2 doors in the back, 1 door in the front. All of those take you to the same entrance you came in this morning, all right? And that'll take you right outside. All of our exits are marked by the green runner symbol right above the door. Ushers will help if the need arises. If we do need to evacuate, under no circumstances go that way. There are no doors over there. It doesn't end well. Now back to convocation. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduands, and we take great pride in our convocation ceremonies. In order to allow full attention on convocation, we would ask you to please silence your cell phones, any electronic devices, anything that could make noise throughout the ceremony. Our colleagues from Alumni Affairs are hosting a social media program developed especially for convocation. We would ask you to please share some photos, some memories, and maybe some advice for our graduating students by joining us on social media and using the hashtag #GuelphGrad. Convocation is a time for celebration. It's an opportunity for us to come together as a community to honor the success and achievements of all of our graduates. They've worked incredibly hard to get here today. All of you in this room know better than anyone else how hard these students have worked to get here today. And it's amazing that we all get to share this moment with them today. And shared's the key word, isn't it? We're all here together sharing a collective moment that each of you will remember forever and that each of our graduates will never forget. So let's work together to help create a positive atmosphere that respects and celebrates all the hard work that went into this momentous occasion. No pressure. Now, before the graduands enter for this momentous occasion, we thought it would be good for you to learn a little bit about what a University of Guelph convocation ceremony is like, so we've prepared a video.
Convocation is a momentous occasion and steeped in rich history. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over a millennium, and the gowns and hoods represent that history. The gowns for baccalaureate and magisteriate degrees are black, with the hood color differing to represent each degree program. The doctorates at the University of Guelph have bright blue gowns, while the honorary degree recipients have red. The University of Guelph crest represents our institution's specific history. The stallion above represents our connection to the Royal City of Guelph, the book to the liberal arts, the astrolabe to the sciences, and the cornucopia, our connection to abundance and agriculture. The motto for the crest, Rerum cognoscere causis, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to be either happy is the one who is able to ascertain the reason of things, or perhaps to know the meaning of things. Now to the ceremony itself. The procession of people into the hall is also influenced by ancient tradition. The graduands will be the first to enter, heralding the start of the ceremony. The graduands will be followed by the arrival of the mace, which will lead the platform party. The mace is a symbol of authority of the university and will be carried by the beadle. In medieval universities, a beadle was chosen by the instructor to work as an assistant. Today, the beadle is the ceremonial officer of Senate. Following the beadle and mace is the chancellor, the president, members of the administration and the honorees, fellows of the university, members of the board and senate, and members of faculty and staff. The ceremony will be organized by college. We will begin with doctorates and magisteriates, followed by the baccalaureate degrees. The name reader will present scholars by degree category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place the hood over the recipient's shoulders. This moment will be captured, and there will be a simultaneous live webcast of the event to allow family members and friends to watch from a distance. Each student will pause at center stage, and a photograph will be taken. We understand the joy and excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we ask that you hold your cumulative applause until after each group of graduands has crossed the stage. We assure you there will be an opportunity for truly thunderous applause before the ceremony ends. Once all the degrees are conferred and all the cheers are cheered, the Chancellor will close the ceremony and a recessional will play. We would ask that you please remain standing during the recessional until the platform party has processed out of the hall, and then remain at your seat for a brief closing announcement about the reception that follows and instructions on a phased dismissal. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Guelph.
Please stand as you're able for the arrival of the graduating class.
Ani, we give thanks to the Creator. We acknowledge the world around us and understand our place within it. We acknowledge and offer our respect to the many nations that walked this land in the past, the many nations that walk it today, and welcome you to the treaty lands and territory of the Mississaugas of the Anishinaabe. Sacred trust, we are the keepers of this land. She shelters and sustains us. Long after the flesh fails the spirit, we will care for this land. Our drums will be heard upon the wind, our voices in the rustle of the leaf. Our people have a sacred trust for the land, a trust no man may break, a trust that death cannot sever. We were here when you first stepped foot upon this land, and here we will remain long after the last step has disturbed your soil.
As an institution committed to learning, research, and to improving life, we are on a journey of transformative acts towards reconciliation. We acknowledge our role in strengthening relationships with First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples, and in upholding our responsibilities as treaty partners and citizens. We know there's much work to do here and across Canada, and we're dedicated to taking these next steps together towards a brighter future. We would ask you to please remain standing as you're able and join Crystal Strawn in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
My name is Sarah Demore, and I am a campus pastor from the Christian tradition and a member of the Multi-Faith Resource Team here at the University of Guelph. It's my joy to offer these opening words of reflection and gratitude. As we gather today to celebrate these graduands, we pause and reflect on our place in this world. Let us reflect with awareness and gratitude for the gifts we have been given. Let us remember the diversity of people who enriched our lives. On this day that marks the end of one season, we give thanks for family and friends who have supported you and walked with you, and we are grateful for the classmates, faculty, staff, mentors, and administrators who have guided you on your way. May the learning, the growth, and the friendships you discovered here be long-lasting gifts. I invite you, each in your own way, to take a moment of silence to name that for which you are grateful. Let us recognize the debt of gratitude we owe to those who came before us as we recognize our responsibility to those who come after us. As you graduands leave this university and embark on a new journey as alumni, may the knowledge you cultivated here be joined with compassion. May you continue to grow in practical expertise in your careers, in your lives, and in your relationships. And may you also foster creativity and wonder in all that you do. May you be filled with wisdom to be courageous people, generous friends, and passionate citizens of your communities for the flourishing of the world. May we all spread seeds of peace that make the world more just, more sustainable, and more beautiful. May it be so. Amen. I invite you to be seated.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, that's an inside thing. My name is Marianne Chambers, and I have the pleasure of serving as Chancellor of this very special university. With me on stage are representatives of the University of Guelph's senior leadership team, staff and faculty, alumni and members of the university's Board of Governors and Senate, all of whom are here to proudly celebrate what our graduates have achieved. I am truly grateful for their dedication to the personal and professional development and success of our students. Thank you. I'm also immensely grateful to members of our extended university community who provide advice, mentorship, opportunities for co-op placements and experiential learning, and all who provide financial support in the form of scholarships, bursaries, and other awards, and invest in resources and physical spaces that enhance the student experience. It seems like not very long ago that I stood at this podium to formally admit many of today's graduates to the University of Guelph. The faces I saw then seemed a lot younger and a bit unsure, perhaps even anxious. Today, you look excited, confident, and ready to take on the next chapters of your lives. I am reminded of one of the songs that British singer Susan Boyle recorded. Here are some of the lyrics of Who I Was Born to Be. When I was a child, I could see the wind in the trees, and I heard a song in the breeze. It was there singing out my name. I have known the taste of defeat, and I have finally grown to believe it will all come around again. Though I may not know the answers, I can finally say I'm free. And if the questions led me here, then I am who I was born to be. And so here am I, open arms and ready to stand, I've got the world in my hands, and it feels like my turn to fly. I am who I was born to be. I am who I was born to be. Graduates, regardless of the program of study you chose to pursue, it is actually who you are as human beings and how you live your lives that will have the greatest impact on the quality of life we each get to enjoy. I ask that you never lose your appetite for exploring and learning, whether in formal settings or in your day-to-day interactions with others. There are many challenges that will continue to need our thoughtful attention, like climate change and food insecurity, global health, and geopolitical instability. Addressing challenges such as these is critical to the survival and sustainability of our planet. Artificial intelligence is for real, and it calls upon us to value the accuracy of information and how we use data, as well as the importance of ethical approaches to decision-making. So yes, there are challenges all around us, but in each of you, I see reasons to be hopeful. I see the opportunity for you to define the kind of life that will be most meaningful for you. And I hope you have a sense of what is possible. I hope you are feeling like you are who you were born to be. I want you to aspire to greatness. Most of all, I want you to make your lives matter, because our world really needs you to do so. The world should be a better place because you have lived. Today, we are celebrating much of what we have in common, like our understanding of the importance of dreaming big and working hard to make those big dreams a reality, and the importance of believing in ourselves while supporting others during difficult times, cheering each other on with every little taste of success, not taking our sense of community or the pride that we share as Canadians for granted, and recognizing that we are much stronger when we're able to rely on each other. As you embrace the joy and satisfaction of these moments and look with optimism and courage towards the future, I wish you continued success. And I ask that you remember those who have cared so much about you and have made significant sacrifices to enable you to dream big. So if you're able to do so, now would be a good time to stand, look around you and behind you, and applaud all who have helped you to get to this point. Thank you. I also know from conversations I've had with students that some have had to work hard under difficult personal circumstances to achieve their dreams. I admire and applaud the strength, resilience, and determination that you have all demonstrated. Life is truly a journey. So as we celebrate you today, it is my hope that you will continue to invest in yourselves and your future. Your can-do growth mindset got you here, and it will take you further. I believe that you will be rewarded for your efforts and your wise choices in ways that you might not yet be able to predict. Today, you are becoming alumni, forever cherished members of the University of Guelph community. Remember why you chose to pursue a university education. I would like to believe you did so not only to improve yourselves and your prospects for the future, but also to improve life for others. I have another wish for you that I will convey through one verse of the lyrics of a song by American country singer and songwriter Lee Ann Womack. It's not a new song, but I think its message is timeless and one that you might want to take with you on your life's journey. The song's title is I Hope You Dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. Remain close to the University of Guelph, and if at all possible, do whatever you can to help ensure the success of students who will follow you. This will always be your alma mater. You can be very proud of that. Your university is certainly very proud of you. I wish you the best, always.
Good afternoon. My name is John Cranfield, and I'm the Dean of the Ontario Agricultural College. At this time, I'm honored to present a very special degree. Madam Chancellor, I request that you award a Doctor of Philosophy degree posthumously to Serge Levesque. Accepting the degree on behalf of Serge is his family. Yeah, that's just fine. The University of Guelph is pleased to confer a Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Sciences posthumously to Dr. Serge Levesque. Under his mentor and advisor, Dr. Thomas Graham, Serge was a passionate and productive PhD candidate studying electrochemistry applied to plant disease prevention at the Controlled Environment Systems Research Facility. In the lab, Serge was known affectionately as Power Serge for his energetic and unrelenting pursuit of his science. His humility and generosity were matched only by a scholarly dedication, leading to the development of a registered patent in collaboration with the University of Guelph, an accomplishment amongst many he was most proud of. On behalf of the University of, Madam Chancellor.
Good afternoon. My name is Adrian Correndo. I'm faculty at the Department of Plant and Agriculture at OAC. Today I have the pleasure, Madam Chancellor, upon the recommendation of the Senate of the University of Guelph, I have the honor to present to you Martin Pick, the candidate for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Madam Chancellor, on the recommendation of the Senate of the University of Guelph, it is a great honor to present to you the candidate Martin Pick. Martin's Pick outstanding achievements in advancing Canadian agriculture, his deep service to community, and his extraordinary commitment to science and education are his legacy. As president and co-leader of the Pick Seed Companies Group, Martin Pick transformed a small Ontario-based family business into one of the world's leading forage and turf seed enterprises. His contributions in that industry have been exemplary, spanning 5 decades and leaving an indelible mark on the agricultural landscape of Canada. He was instrumental in building seed production and plant breeding programs that serve both domestic and international markets. A visionary agricultural leader, he introduced innovations such as multi-leaf alfalfa that significantly improved feed quality for Canadian producers. Martin's leadership extends beyond business. He played an active role in national seed policy and regulatory advancement, championing certified seed and plant breeders' rights. His service as president and lifetime honorary member of the Canadian Seed Trade Association reflects his influence and long-standing commitment to the industry integrity and sustainability. Martin and his wife, Denise, also exemplify philanthropic leadership. Martin and Denise are the founders of the Remembering Otto and Mary Pick Charitable Foundation and major supporters of healthcare, housing, and food security initiatives across Canada. In Peterborough, he helped fund the construction of a surgical suite, an education center, a regional health facility, and the Mount, an affordable housing project. He continues to support food banks and shelters in Peterborough, Toronto, and Vancouver. His establishment of the Martin and Denise Pick Family Chair in Sustainable Cropping Systems at the University of Guelph represents a transformative investment in agricultural research, education, and student training. I now ask you, Madam Chancellor, to confer upon Martin Pick the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By the authority of the Senate of the University of Guelph, it is my honor and a privilege to admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws. I'm now going to invite Dr. Martin Pick to deliver the convocation address. Would you like to escort him?
Good afternoon. First, let me take this opportunity to congratulate all the graduates assembled here today. You have put in years of hard work to get to this point, and your degrees are well earned. I should admit right up front that even before receiving this honor, I have a strong bias for the University of Guelph. My oldest granddaughter graduated last year from here in animal science, and her younger sister just completed her second year in the landscape architecture program. I think that makes us a pretty solid University of Guelph family. I would like to thank the University of Guelph and the Senate of the University granting me the honor of this doctorate. I should also like to thank my wife Denise, my partner in life for more than 60 years. Without her by my side, I would not have been able to get where I did. If you'll indulge me, I'd like to share a short history of my career and how it brought me to this point. My family's story is a classic immigrant's tale that makes up so much of the fabric of our great country. My parents, Otto and Marie Pick, fled Czechoslovakia for Canada in the late 1930s, mere months ahead of the Nazi invasion and the horrors of World War II. Coming from an agricultural backgrounds, they tried farming near Hamilton. However, as immigrants with no prior knowledge of the land, they had no choice but to purchase a parcel, sight unseen, from overseas, and it was far from prime farmland. Haldimand County, may I add. My parents struggled to make a go of it, and after a while moved off the farm and into Toronto. Eventually, my father started selling forage and pasture mixtures for a fellow Czech who had started a seed company. After a few years, Otto realized he could do much better on his own and founded Green Acres Seeds. And from this humble beginning, the company grew and evolved to become Otto Pick & Sons Seeds Limited and later Pick Seed. Sadly, my father would not live to see this success. He died suddenly in 1959 from a heart attack. My brother Tom, an Aggie studying crop science here at the Ontario Agricultural College, had to drop out and come home to help run the business. I was just finishing high school and never had the chance to apply to university for the same reason. Those early years were full of long days and uncertain times. But my mother, brother, and I persevered, and a business that had started in our garage blossomed to a national and international success. We employ more than 200 people in Canada and the US, with facilities from Quebec to Dawson Creek, British Columbia, as well as one of the largest turf grass operations and plant breeding programs in the Willamette Valley of Oregon, a region that produces 80% of the world's turf grass seed. Our forage seed was planted on the best dairy and beef farmers across Canada. We supplied more than half of all the packaged grass seed sold in Canada through clients such as Canadian Tire, Home Depot, and Costco. Pick Seed turfgrass genetics were selected to seed the soccer pitches in multiple world companies, and some of the top golf courses in the world carry pick seed on their fairways and greens. In 2013, my brother Tom and I made the decision to sell our company. By that time, Pick Seed was the third largest forage and turf seed company in the world. We ultimately sold to the global industry leader, DLF Trifolium of Denmark. I have been very fortunate to use a significant portion of the proceeds from that sale to support many great causes in retirement, including funding a research chair here at the University of Guelph focused on sustainable crop production systems led by Dr. Adrian Correndo, who in only a few years has launched an impressive research effort and developed an extensive network across academia and industry. Although I did not attend university, I learned a great deal over the course of my long career. I'd like to share a few key lessons in the hope that they might help some of you as you strike out into your futures. First of all, people matter. Of all the fond memories I have of my career, it is the people I met that resonate most deeply. These relationships form networks which proved invaluable to my success. The web those networks create will catch you if you stumble and help catapult you forward. Farmers in their barn, growers in their fields, and curious little side story, I was calling on the Hudson brothers near Brockville, who are Canada's biggest producer of eggs. It was January, a cold, sunny day, and they were up in a particular barn with the doors opened. I walked in, and before I knew it, I was up to my waist in chicken manure. Be curious. You all have learned a tremendous amount at this university. However, the amount you don't know yet is vast, almost infinite. Don't be afraid to ask questions. People sometimes worry that asking a question makes them look less smart, but they are expected to know everything. You are not. There are no stupid questions. Be unique. I never set foot in a lab after high school biology, yet research and development were key to Pickseed's success. Over the years, we employed numerous scientists in our plant breeding programs for corn, forage, and turf genetics, and we partnered with researchers here at the University of Guelph, at Agriculture Canada, and other institutes. These investments yielded varieties that were unique and superior to our competitors and allowed us to eclipse them. As you move forward in your careers, whether on the farm, in academia, or elsewhere, think about what will make you unique. Don't be afraid to use your imagination and your intuition. The world you are about to step in is profoundly different from the one that existed when I started my career. There are challenges, threats, and dangers. One need only to scan the morning headlines to see them. But there are also incredible opportunities. Technologies like CRISPR-Cas9, which allows scientists to precisely edit genetic code, are already having a massive positive impact on plant and animal breeding around the world. Originally, plant breeding was largely a collect, observe, and promoting outstanding genetics into varieties. It was more a game of luck and having good eyesight. But with technologies like CRISPR-Cas9, it allows scientists to precisely edit genetic code and are already having a massive positive impact on plant and animal breeding around the world. Artificial intelligence holds immense promise for improving agriculture productivity globally. These are just two of a vast array of technologies that will forever change the way the world approaches agriculture and in every aspect of our lives. You are graduating from one of the best universities in the country, and one of the top agricultural schools in the world. These technologies and more will be yours to spark the next great revolution in feeding the world and making it a better place. I have no doubt you're up to the challenge. Thank you very much.
Graduates, that got your attention? Now's the moment you've all been waiting for. Will the graduating class please rise? Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars who have fulfilled their statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, it is my very real pleasure to admit you to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Will members of the graduating class please be seated? Well, good afternoon. I remain John Cranfield, and I remain the Dean of the Ontario Agricultural College, or OAC as we call it, and I'm thrilled to stand before you to offer my heartfelt congratulations. Today we celebrate not just your achievements, but the way you achieved them. You came to OAC at a moment when the world was still finding its footing after COVID. The uncertainty wasn't abstract for you. It was personal. It shaped how you learned, connected, and developed your own sense of belonging here. And built it you did, slowly, deliberately, and with determination. You showed up when showing up wasn't easy. You pushed through when the path wasn't clear. You brought the kind of energy that this place runs on. More than that, you looked out for each other. That matters more than any grade or credential you will carry out of here. The skills you've developed, whether agronomy, soil science, or supply chains, environmental policy or animal health, food systems or rural communities, those skills and your experiences are exactly what this moment in history needs. The world doesn't need people who will wait for certainty. It needs people who will act with conviction, who collaborate across differences, and who lead with both their head and their values. That's you. For 152 years, OAC has helped shape agriculture, food, communities, and the environment. And that legacy continues today. We are ranked first in Canada in agriculture and forestry and 14th in the world. And that is something we all should be very proud of. Every generation of student that has come through OAC has left it stronger than they found it. Your class is no different. You carry this place with you now. Its history, its grit, its mission. You are part of OAC and you are part of the University of Guelph. As you leave here, know that you are prepared. Know that you can drive innovation, tackle the greatest challenges of our time, and make a difference in the world. You are ready to build, to dream, and to lead. You are ready to think boldly, to challenge the status quo, and to make a lasting impact. It's your chance to create legacy. Congratulations, graduates. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Ontario Agricultural College, I want to say how incredibly proud we are of all of you. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be presented with their various and several degrees.
Graduating from the Ontario Agricultural College with the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Sanjana Farah Anand. Pervin Ari Akan. Jesse Brown. Brenda Christensen. Angie Gomez Hara. Patty Konjerski. Nicholas Letwin. Yekaterina Parfenova. Syed Mohammed Sayem. Corey Schilling. Feng Shi. Waliaula Paul Kibaba. Please join me in congratulating all of our doctoral graduates from the Ontario Agricultural College. Graduating from the Ontario Agricultural College with the degree Master of Environmental Sciences. Sophia Lorraine Amstutz. Jane Bellefleur. Catherine Frances Brunton. Alexis Krigo. Yi Duan. Alex Anthony Hostetler. Sansar Singh Jawanda. Jacob Mellon. Tina Rahimi. Krishna Ratnaraja. Benjamin Sibenga. Francesco Vaccarelli. Norbert Vismeg. Graduating with the degree Master of Landscape Architecture. Lena Chong. James Robert Craig. Javeria Javed. Kimia Juyande. Eden Golda McGlennon. Steffi Reschelite. Ramteen Shafagadi. Graduating with the degree Master of Planning. Negin Bamuifard. Rachel Ann Mulholland. Jeremy Edward Daniel Parsons. Graduating with the degree Master of Science. Bayan Abu Hamdia. Obed Amponsa. Raymart Karakuten. Claire Couturier. Jennifer Cox. Megan Crowell. Neslahan Donmez. Steely Ellis. Esther Oluwakemi Fagbemi. Elizabeth Jean Gogan. Sydney Natasha Ann Graham. Human Hashamzadeh. Natasha Hurt. Lance Javier. Mark Christian Bagtas Hovero. Zoe Kiang. Michael Coy. Enoch Desmond Opoku. Claire Marie Parker. Nicole Tevis. Caitlin Tucock. Ashley Sylvia Eden Whiteman. Graduating with the degree Master of Science, Planning. Maya Billick. Jaden Cote. Jessica Ann Kilpatrick. David Lara. Jacqueline Short. Please join me in congratulating all of our magisterial graduates from the Ontario Agricultural College. Graduating from the Ontario Agricultural College with the degree Bachelor of Arts Honors Program. Lauren Emily Kremers. Graduating with the degree Bachelor of Bioresource Management. Kayla Mary Claire Brickus. Chantel Caves. Michaela Caven. Braylon Collins Robb with distinction. Kristen Carla Curry. Megan Darlington. Ellie Syriac Fosso. Jan David Fosso. Elizabeth Claire Hendricks. Emma Jillian Jackson with distinction. Marina Ray Jacob with distinction. Katie Kozak. Sarah Brianna Lawrence. Chenzo Lin. Nadine Mahturbashi with distinction. Rachel Louise Massey. Kaylee Bell Grace McCormick with distinction. Amelia Lorna Mirza. Katerina Merzlecki. Amanda Muley. Austin Murphy. Ava Newman with distinction. William Olenek. Pimpisa Prazitnarapan with distinction. Celeste Shois. Evan Sirwa with distinction. Rachel Taylor. Hannah Emily Tucker. Emma Walker. Sarah Zanarini with distinction. Graduating with the degree Bachelor of Commerce. Gracie Beatrice Curry. Jacob Early with distinction. Ariana Elder with distinction. Jessica Ferguson. Cameron Craig Jackson. Danielle Karn, with distinction. Krista Jean Kepke. Haley Lundy, with distinction. Elliot McCary. Natalie Medland. Kendall Miller. Matthew James Roberts. Lindsay Stanton, with distinction. Shauna Terpstra, with distinction. Nathan Vandelar. Corina Velema. Lakin Wilmore, with distinction. Graduating with the degree Bachelor of Science Honors Program. Jessica Chloe Augustin. Alessia Andriana, with distinction. Sarah Anticol, with distinction. Okay, there's some steps here. We're going to come down the ramp. Do you want down the ramp? This is Faith next. Okay, just wait a moment until we get Faith Fabiana Ariaza Almarza, with distinction. Jameson Badley, with distinction. Honisha Sen Balu. Jamie Barr, with distinction. Victoria Grace Beamer, with distinction. Emily Beeman, with distinction. Simone Brochu, with distinction. Annika Mackenzie Brophy, with distinction. Victoria Brunton, with distinction. Arlie Ann Amy Burse, with distinction. Brianna Chan, with distinction. Grace Stefania Kleisen, with distinction. Jenna Colwell, with distinction. Brianna Jaden Conley, with distinction. Jillian Cutler. Emily Davidson, with distinction. Maggie Damon.
Rachel DeWall with distinction. Andrea Dick. Victoria Athena Dorigo with distinction. Sabrin Dreistek. Kaylin D'Souza. Alika Yuramayeva with distinction. Isabella Farr. Giovanna Fiallos Toledo. Vanessa Fitch. Charlotte Flindall with distinction. Rachel Gallardi Capuano with distinction. Eric Getz with distinction. Andrea Yi Gong with distinction. Madeline Grover. Summer Hagan. Haley Marie Harris. Charlotte Healy with distinction. Narissa Holman with distinction. Ivy Marie Imamura de Lima with distinction. Gabriela Izaza Ramirez. Samuel Jack. Mia Germain with distinction. Emily Renee John. Emily Kemp with distinction. Monica Konopka with distinction. Kate Lamb with distinction. Charlotte Laponce. Anna Lynn Lee with distinction. Hannah Levere with distinction. Laurentia Brilliant Lai. Kelly Lowe with distinction. Amber Lum with distinction. Haley Liu with distinction. Aaron Lyons with distinction. Grace McLennan with distinction. Tegan McGinnis.
Autumn Alexis Malik with distinction. Mika Manrique with distinction. Alexandra Joelle McGibbon with distinction. Emily Medina with distinction. Audrey Grace Miller with distinction. Rebecca Moore with distinction. Alexandra Jane Morgan with distinction. Mia Murakami. Devanshi Nayak. Cassandra Nusser with distinction. Ava Nematolahi with distinction. Jillian Nichols with distinction. Kira O'Hearn with distinction. Yvonne Zo Yi Peng. Nicholas Pereira with distinction. Claire Paris. Shurin Rajwanshi with distinction. Sierra Alexandra Rigsby with distinction. Paula Valentina Rodero Montenegro with distinction. Nathaniel Rosenrot with distinction. Brooke Sanderson with distinction. Nina Schwentek with distinction. Kara Sickle with distinction. Amelia Stammers with distinction. Kira Ashley Swadsba. Sabrina Tarabarelli with distinction. Emma Felicity Taylor. Haley Elizabeth Taylor with distinction. Reese Jordan Taylor with distinction. Delta Thistle. Catherine Thompson with distinction. Kimberly Trong. Maya Tucker with distinction. Catherine Ruth Evelyn Van Kampen with distinction. Natasha Vanderhorst with distinction. Basil Voros with distinction. Anna Rose Walsh with distinction. Emmeline Wilson. Molly Lee Wilson. Abby Wing. Sophie Witherspoon with distinction. Rianne Withington with distinction. Morgan Vanessa Zenteno. Graduating with the degree Bachelor of Science in Agriculture. Jessica Anderchek. Kelsey Elizabeth Armstrong. Megan Nicole Atkinson with distinction. Spencer John Baird with distinction. Lily Elizabeth Barton. Cadence Mary Elizabeth Beck with distinction. Christy Blankers with distinction. Alicia Borgford. Hannah Bovin. Isabel Bowen. Sophie Coote. Nicole Danon with distinction. Emma Isabel Davidson. Clayton Devitt with distinction. Jacinta DeVries with distinction. McKinley Jane Dick. Heather Drew with distinction. Caleb Enter with distinction. Ava Gibbings. Tara Handy. Kyle Henderson with distinction. Alexis Hildebrandt with distinction. Jensen Huckle. Jesse Hutton. Emma Jameson. Max Daniel Johnston with distinction. Indy Ziana Jones. Zoe Jovkovic with distinction. Sun Woo Kim. Nathaniel Adam Krosbergen with distinction. Grace Ann Krondyke with distinction. Jade Sierra Lemieux. Amanda Litwin with distinction. Sarah Lovely with distinction. Avery Lillian Lovering. Haley Alexis McMeekin. Quinn McTurnan with distinction. Faith Milady. Aaron Morton. Sierra Danielle Mucci. Peyton Naylor with distinction. Elise Mary Josephine Louise Newman with distinction. Madeline Rose Rao. Corey Ryby. Emma Robinson. Catherine Rocky. Madison Rumpf. Gurliv Saini. Cordelia Sauve Moore with distinction. Meredith Frances Quay Skinner with distinction. Hannah Smith with distinction. Sydney Stadelman. Sarah Still. Isabel Christina Tetley. Joel Tui with distinction. Ashley Vandenbroek. Joshua Vehoff with distinction. Joanna Valenga with distinction. Jordan Vervac. Maya Wong. Natalie Sarah Wazak with distinction. Brielle West Colnut. Ronan Willard with distinction. Jocelyn Young with distinction. Joanne Zawadski. Graduating with the degree Bachelor of Science in Environmental Sciences. Stephen Paul Biason with distinction. Erica Chisholm. Nicole Dawn Courtemanche with distinction. Maya Dan. James Dickey. Shaylee Marie D'Souza with distinction. Paige Jennifer Furman. Emily Francis with distinction. Jake Garonsky. Sarah Jane Hamilton with distinction. Caitlin Carlson. Laura Indra Legsdinch with distinction. Shantaro Matthew McKenzie. Colin McDonald. Masha Natochi with distinction. Alexander Ryan Palfy with distinction. Julia Marie Pericelli. Benjamin Nathaniel Piafsky. McKenna Thompson with distinction. Bridget West. At the beginning of the ceremony, we showed you a video. The voice in that video, which was me, guaranteed you that there would be a moment in this ceremony for truly thunderous applause. Feels like this is that moment.
I forgot I'm not done. And I lost my place. This is embarrassing. In front of my boss. Madam Chancellor, I would like to ask you to confer the various and several degrees on the graduates listed in the program but unable to be present at this ceremony.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduates not present.
Hello, everyone. My name's René Van Acker, and I have the privilege to be the President and Vice Chancellor here at the University of Guelph. And I'm honored to be here with our graduates and with all of you today to celebrate the class of 2026, the OAC class of 2026. And I just want to make a short aside. I'm an OAC grad. I'm an OAC 1989. And I know what you're thinking, man, that guy's old. And that's fair. Nevertheless, I wanted to acknowledge that and acknowledge the connection that I feel, that OAC classes feel across the decades, and the value we have in our heritage and the pride we have in the long heritage and traditions in OAC. Just an aside. As we near the close of today's celebration, we want to take a moment to acknowledge the journey that our graduates have been on and to say thank you. Your time here has been marked by growth, challenges, discovery, and for sure, many unforgettable moments. You showed up for each other, offering notes from a missed class or sharing study space, bonded by the need for caffeine and those ever-looming deadlines. You became regulars on the bus, some of you early mornings, half asleep, and late nights, half frozen. Maybe some of you pulled your first all-nighter in the McLaughlin Library and then were shocked by the closing alarm blaring. I'm sure you've all made friends who probably feel like family to you now. You danced during O Week, painted the cannon, possibly became a bull ring regular. And while I could keep listing the moments that made up your time here at the University of Guelph, there's something more powerful than words, and we'd like to show you.
Your time here wasn't just about the work, but we know there was lots of that. Lectures, labs, papers, and study groups. And it wasn't all about the fun. But we know there was lots of that. It could have been more about the people. The roommates, the friends, the professors, and classmates. But what we know for sure is, your time here was about you. Do you remember who you were that first day? You were definitely younger, maybe a little nervous and excited. You were trying to figure out where your next class was, what the next week would look like. And slowly, you conquered course after course, completed each semester, each year. It wasn't easy. For many of you, it wasn't even linear. But you're here. So how did you change? Along the way, you made friends.
We're going to the Frosty mug.
You might have even fallen in love. You learned how to take care of yourself, whether it was making a meal or managing your bills. You certainly learned how to manage your time. Some of you came here with an idea of who you wanted to be, while others, it was a process of self-discovery. Today, at the end of it all, we know you chose to spend your time here at the University of Guelph, and we chose you. You became part of our campus and community through learning and connecting, by cheering and working, and today, by graduating. How you choose to spend your time now is full of possibilities. You came to the University of Guelph to get future ready, and as a graduate, as alumni, this place will always be here to remind you of who you were and who you are today.
We hope that what you just saw captures the heart of your time here at the University of Guelph, not just the big milestones, but the everydays that became extraordinary days because of the people you spent them with. And here's what we hope you carry with you. You chose the University of Guelph, and we chose you. You didn't just learn here, you lived here, you built community, brought the campus to life. Thank you for that. And no matter where your path leads from here, the University of Guelph is part of your story now, and you will always, always be a part of ours. As you embark on the next chapter in your journey, remember that the world needs you, your talent, your energy, your compassion, and you have the power to shape the future and contribute to a better, more just, and sustainable world. Go forth with confidence as new Guelph graduates and know that the University of Guelph will always be your home. We're incredibly proud of you. We're eager to see the remarkable things you will achieve in the years to come. Congratulations, University of Guelph OAC class of 2026. We can't wait to see what you will do next. Thank you.
So just a quick note on the final stage of Convocation. In a moment, I'm going to invite our bagpiper front and center. He'll start playing the bagpipes. I'll ask everyone to stand, and he will escort our platform party out of the Convocation Hall. Traditionally, our graduates would leave as well, right after the platform party, to the bagpipe music. But we're doing things a little differently now. So you're going to stay, and you're going to leave a little differently. And I'll explain that in a bit. And based on the look of your faces, you're a little confused. We call that a tease. And then friends and family, after the graduates do leave, your instinct will be to get up and leave as soon as possible. I'm going to ask you please not to do that for two reasons. One, we need to allow the grads an unobstructed route to get over to the reception, and you'll be taking the same hallway, so I just need to give them a couple minutes to get there. And number two, I want to make sure I explain where you're going, because if Convocation history repeats itself, you will end up in the wrong spot and behind a locked door. So let me help you with that. Just stick around for about 2 minutes, and I promise I will get you where you need to go quickly. So with that, we'll invite the bagpiper front and center. We do have a tradition here at the University of Guelph that the final word on Convocation shall always come from our Chancellor.
This convocation ceremony is concluded.
This Convocation ceremony is concluded. Please stand as you're able. I'll have you go this way to avoid the step. They're almost gone. Oh, I was so close. I rarely get it, like 1 out of 60. Okay, so like I said, the grown-ups are gone. Now we can have some fun. Like I said, you would normally leave to bagpipe music as well, but we thought a few years ago, this is such a huge day for you. Why are we going to have you leave the same way that we've done for 100 years? We should have a fun song for you. We should have something upbeat for you. So 5 years ago, wouldn't you agree?